Hi, my name is
Johnny
my
Radio
name is-
himself, John Harden.
Hi, my name is
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I can promise you one thing. I know I did. Wowzers, we've got college football to talk about. We've got the NFL. And you know what? We got Monday Night Football as well. Aaron Rodgers and the 49ers. You got cute little Brock Purdy. Last pick in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. And then, of course, you got Aaron Rodgers coming off an Achilles heel with that Jets team. People love, 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 love. We're going to break down some mad football. You know how blessed we are? Right off the top on a Monday, we get Jake Crane from Crane & Company. We get to talk about what we saw in college football, especially in the first segment. We will definitely get deep in college football. And I will say, Nico Iamaleava is freaking him. Like, that dude is filthy. Look down in Oxford. Now, you can sit there and say, John, well, they hadn't played anybody. Damn, Jackson Dart just looks different. Texas, the way they went on the road, took care of business in the big house. Quinn Ewers looks like that dude. We're going to talk quarterbacks. We're going to talk football teams. We're going to talk debacles and debauchery. And we also got to talk about Nebraska. Man, I did not realize how much Dylan impersonates Patrick Mahomes until I really watched him this weekend. Did you know they wear the same number? They have the same haircut. He almost throws out some same mannerisms because I think he's emulating Patrick Mahomes. And I thought to myself, well, damn, if you're going to emulate anybody, that's the quarterback you want to. Nebraska took care of business. Deion Sanders' team in Colorado, that is one of the most pathetic football teams in the history of the world. And I like Prime, but I think his team is trash. And I don't think he's a good coach. In fact, it's simple for me to say, bro, you are a great football player and a baseball player, but you suck at coaching. Suck at it. You brought in Warren Sapp, you do this, you keep saying, man, you can't cut 41 people this year, 42 people the next year, bring in a whole bunch of people. You can't stand in front of everybody and say, we now have one of the best offensive lines in the country, and you go out there and you say you have the best kid in the history of the world, number one pick. He's going to be all that in a bag of chips. That dude holds the football all day long. You can sit there and try to blame the offensive line. Bro, Shador's back there. I wouldn't want that kid on my team for nada. But I want Nico. I want Nico Iamaleava because he's a bad man. We get to talk also about, because you know what goes on Saturday? It's Florida State and Memphis week. I am fired up to watch. I like Mike Norvell. But do you know how cool it'll be for Ryan Silverfield and the Memphis Tigers to go down there and make Florida State 0-3? Tell you one thing, I'll be getting excited like you will not believe. I got some also outlandish Hardwood stories for 12:30. Bets at the end of the show. Terry Davis is going to come on here and talk all things Memphis, and we're going to have a lot of fun. But first and foremost,
Jake Crane, right?
You know Jake's
Okay,
coming up
I was
here
just
to
making
talk
sure because
college
you didn't
football.
mention him. John, how about this? You mentioned
you weren't listening because in my very opening I said we're talking college football in 10 minutes. But it's okay that you don't listen to me.
But no,
I have a
no.
girlfriend who doesn't
I
listen
heard
to me,
that,
and I still love her.
But it sounded like you were doing kind of a rundown of the show right there, and then you didn't mention Jake. So I was just making sure. John, you'd mentioned how Dylan Raiola emulates.
He emulates Pat Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. When Patrick Mahomes became the starter for the Kansas City Chiefs, 2018, Dylan Raiola was in 7th grade. So pretty much.
So he's been looking up to him his whole life.
This guy's entire football life,
Listen,
Patrick Mahomes has been that guy.
I would look if you're going to emulate anybody, like seriously, like what's wrong with Pat? Dude works hard, plays hard, fiery as hell, best looking quarterback I've ever seen. And then also, I did also have to say one other thing. Did you see the pathetic quarterback play in the National Football League this weekend?
Yeah.
Will Levis had the worst interception I think I've ever seen in my life. Caleb Williams, go paint your fingernails because you suck, bro. It might be your first game, but I'm still so mad at Will Levis because he was worse than even Caleb Williams. And then you also got to think about Kirk Cousins didn't look good coming off that Achilles. I think he will get back. Things will look better for him. But there is a lot to get into today, and we are going to get deep into it. First and foremost, though, I did want to say, how did you feel about your Memphis Tigers? Kind of chilling and just kind of carving Troy up. Made it look very simple, very vanilla. You feel like they're ready to go down to Tallahassee this week, Dacus?
Oh yeah, sure.
And I was going to ask you one other feeling. When you woke up yesterday and found out that Dak Prescott became the highest paid player in NFL history, did you say, hell yes, or did you say, oh no?
Well, John, I'm ashamed to say this. I was actually at church when...
Don't be ashamed to be at church.
No.
I'm proud of
that's
you.
That's not at all what I'm ashamed about. I'm ashamed at the fact that I looked at my phone, and it was right after Sunday school was over, and I looked at my phone and saw the news, and I wanted to release some profanities while I was in the church house, but I didn't. And I'm ashamed that I even thought about it, because how in the world is Dak Prescott the highest paid player in NFL history? Look, I get it, John. Fine quarterback, not the most paid quarterback or player, let alone of all time. It's ridiculous. I mean, the Cowboys completely overpaid for Dak Prescott.
Well, can I
he
tell
better
you
live up
something?
to it. He better sling that rock.
I would like to remind you, though, I would have rather given Dak Prescott what he got than what the Browns gave Deshaun Watson.
I agree.
Let's not forget, Deshaun Watson, this is what messes people up, and a lot of people are going to sit there and say, well, Dak got the most money. He got the first fully guaranteed contract. They still owe him $178 million. Let's not also forget, the Browns gave up 3 first-round picks to bring in Deshaun Watson. Guaranteed money. And they got rid of Baker Mayfield, who all of a sudden looks like a dead-gum good quarterback. And the worst thing about Deshaun Watson is Joe Flacco was retired, sitting on a couch last year, and came in there and executed that offense better than he can. I just feel like he just does not care. Oh, my goodness. I love me some college football. But I also love watching Crane and Company. In the afternoon, get off the air, I go home, I sit there and chill. I watch Blaine, I watch David, and I watch Jake, because Crane and Company is the best show going, period. If you love sports, you will love this show. If you're not watching it, be honest with you, and if you like money, college football, man, it's the only place to be. Jake, what is up, my friend?
Johnny Radio, what is up, buddy? What a crazy weekend of college football. And, yeah, my brother won $8,000 this weekend. So if you like making money, which I don't care who you root for, I think we all root for that. If that's the only thing that gets you over there, we just hit 150,000 subs. So obviously something's working. You probably should come hang out with us.
Man, I'm going to tell you something, man. I can't wait to see Blaine on TV today when I watch it, because you know that man's coming in there with the biggest head you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, look, 8,000 to a couple of country boys from Lee County, it might as well be 80,000, even though the economy's in the tank.
Well, that is the dead-gum truth. Hopefully we can fix that in November. But my question for you is, when it comes to football and it comes to quarterback, it comes to making money, when you look around the landscape right now, I keep looking at Tennessee, Josh Heupel, and I'm thinking to myself, Nico Yamaleva might be I'm telling you right now, I'm impressed with every single thing that kid does.
Without a doubt. I mean, he's the guy that, you watch sound like Chris Collinsworth right there, but you watched that Iowa Bowl game last year. I know they had a couple of opt-outs, but you could tell he had a chance to be special. But if you're not a fan of Tennessee, if you hope Tennessee doesn't do well, the scariest possible thing that could have happened this past weekend happened. I don't think Nico played great, and they still dominated. It's because this is a complete team. This isn't a team with a alternative or exotic style of offense that just wants to get you in a track meet and outscore you anymore. This is a team that can win in multiple ways. They got a defense that is deep, a defense that is the identity of this team right now, and a run game that is able to help control the clock even when they want to slow it down after going fast. And Nico hasn't even scraped the surface of what he's going to be. He's kind of like an iceberg. You've only seen about 20% of it. The rest of it is coming because he's able to make these mistakes that he's not going to make down the road, and they're still beating you by 40 points. So if you are not a fan of Tennessee, this weekend, you should have watched that game like me watching Long Legs in the theater, horrified for what's about to come, because this is a complete football team. Josh Heupel finally has this roster where he wants it, and there's a common misconception that guys like Lane Kiffin and Josh Heupel and Lincoln Riley and Steve Sarkisian, they just want to throw it around and Dr. Seuss you to death. That's not what they want to do. They want to run the ball. They want to play defense, set up play action, and be able to stay on schedule. And so far, Tennessee is ahead of schedule.
Tennessee ran for 250 on NC State's face, and the whole Grayson McCall thing hasn't completely worked out right now. And again, you're right. For Tennessee, their defensive front, I was concerned about their secondary, and I'm going to ask you, I love their linebackers. I love their defense. I love their front four. Is the secondary, are they good because of what you have at those front seven? Because they really haven't been tested, or is just Grayson McCall for some reason not working out at NC State?
Well, look, I mean, it's a lot easier to hide an average secondary with elite front seven play than it is to hide an average front seven with elite secondary play. I mean, you can't cover guys for 8 seconds. And these guys in the secondary, they're going to keep coming. It's not like they're bad football players. I mean, I know Will Brooks doesn't look like your prototypical SEC safety, but he knows where he's supposed to be. He knows what he's supposed to do, and they're only going to get better and create more depth as this goes on. And they'll be able to gain more confidence because that ball's having to come out quicker. You're having offenses that are having to prepare for that front seven a lot more than what they're having to do in the secondary, because you got to establish a run game if you're going to take advantage of that, or you're one-dimensional. Now, as looking at Tennessee going forward and what they have to keep maintaining and doing, and what NC State did, if you watch the first game, NC State did struggle against the run against Western Carolina, which surprised a lot of people. I think the Catamounts were getting like six yards a pop. But the thing I got most out of that game is I think we forget where Grayson McCall came from. The system that Grayson McCall was in at Coastal Carolina, the Jamie Chadwell system that he has at Liberty now with Caden Salter, is a very heavy RPO, kind of spread option style system. Well, Grayson McCall is now in a pro-style drop-back system, which while there is some crossover, there always is when it comes to offense, they are very different in what you ask the quarterback to do, not only from a true drop-back standpoint, but where your eyes go during the play, because you're not reading the conflicts of the defense, you're reading the space of the defense. So Grayson looked uncomfortable against Western Carolina. He was up and down. He can throw the ball well. It's not that he can't throw it, but to me, he still doesn't look like he trusts what he's seeing because it's new to him. And you can play for 3-4 years in a system and have experience and really good experience, but when you go to that new system, you haven't experienced that system in a game. So it's almost like a freshman trying to learn something new at a new level. So I think kind of that's what you got with NC State. But make no mistake, that game was dominated by Tennessee because Tennessee's a good football team.
They are a damn good football team. A lot of great football, I think, was played this week in the SEC, but I was kind of curious, man. That Alabama, you look at the score 42-16, for 3 quarters, I'm not joking with you. I thought Alabama was on the precipice of maybe getting upset, and then they finally boat raced them. How you feeling about Alabama after 2 games and Kalen DeBoer?
Well, I mean, the final score of that game wasn't indicative of the way that game went. I mean, the last 4 minutes, it got to the point Alabama almost covered, and that was a one-score game the whole game, basically. Multiple things can be true at once, right? Alabama's got really good players. I don't think anybody doubts the ability of the players. But what you're seeing right now is that they're not playing clean. And even when talented players don't play clean, you're going to be in dogfights that you really shouldn't be in. South Florida couldn't throw the ball. I mean, Byron Brown can't throw it, and yet they were able to stay in the game, and they did a really good job defensively. They mixed up pressures. They gave Jalen a lot to look at. I thought the game plan, they really put all of it they could into one game as far as mixing it up. But if Alabama's going to turn the ball over, and we're going to see the penalty problem that, don't forget, they had last year has carried over to this year. they're going to be able to get away with it most of the time against teams that they just have more talent than. They're beaten at birth. They're not going to beat them by as much as they should. But when they run into a team that has a roster that is close to theirs, or even better, which is teams that you have to beat to win a national championship, if you play that way, not only are you going to lose, you're probably going to lose pretty badly. So the standard at Alabama is not dominating South Florida. It's not beating Mississippi State. It's winning national championships. And if this Alabama team continues to play poorly from an organizational standpoint, turning the ball over on special teams, things like that, they're not going to win the games that Alabama fans have gotten so used to them winning for so long.
A couple things also in the SEC that kind of really caught me off guard this week is when I watched, Texas A&M look great at McNeese State. That was great, but they looked terrible against Notre Dame, and then Notre Dame loses, which I still can't believe Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. Like, Marcus Freeman's got to be like wondering what the hell's going on. But only thing I could think about when I watched that game is, damn, what is going down? What's up in Aggie land?
Well, one of the biggest questions for A&M coming into this year wasn't on the line of scrimmage. We knew they were going to be pretty good on the line of scrimmage. It's the skill position on the outside, right, to help Connor Wegman. I think you saw in that Notre Dame game, and Notre Dame's got a really good defense.
Yeah, they do.
That played really well in the back end. Texas A&M skill guys, I didn't see an A-Chain. I didn't see an Anias. I didn't see a Mike Evans. I didn't see guys that could go make those 50-50 plays. That we've seen in the past for A&M. And that's why they weren't able to score. And when they got down the red zone, the few times they did, they weren't able to make any big one-on-one plays. Everything almost has to go perfectly. So that's going to be a problem for A&M going forward. Colin Klein's going to have to find a way to manufacture points with what he has at the skill position. And it's probably going to be a boring style of football. It really is. But as far as Notre Dame losing that game to Northern Illinois, I think they got out-matured. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like Notre Dame just came off the highest of highs. They saw the name Northern Illinois on the schedule, and they're like, oh, it's a decent MAC team. We'll be able to show up and just beat them. Well, Northern Illinois is unbelievably old, and their coach talked about that after the game, which means when you play in the MAC, you're going to go play on the road in a 4-year career in some really big environments because those are money games. So Northern Illinois wasn't going to be intimidated by going up there to Notre Dame and playing, and the difference you saw and why Penn State beat Bowling Green and Notre Dame didn't beat Northern Illinois is because when Penn State took the lead in the second half, Bowling Green was like, man, we put up a good fight. It's Penn State. It is what it is. Now we have to try and force something to happen and we need some luck to win the game. Well, when Notre Dame got up 14-13 on Northern Illinois, NIU didn't change a thing. They stayed the same. They were the same team that they were when they showed up and they were winning that game or they were close. And at the end, Riley Leonard and Notre Dame was the team that panicked. He threw the interception. And when Northern Illinois needed it, whether it was 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, they're a run-first team that operates off play action. They were able to get done what they know who they are, and they're mature. So I was surprised. I mean, anybody that says they weren't surprised that Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame is lying to you, or they play or coach for Northern Illinois. But it was at the end where you saw Notre Dame get out matured, and that's just the way it went.
And I would say one thing: their coach for Northern Illinois, I can't remember his name. After the game, the emotion that was coming from him, like I just love seeing that. That's one of the things that you love about college football: the highs, the lows, seeing the emotion, how much it means to them. That was straight up awesome. And this is going to hurt my feelings to do this to you, but dude, what in the hell was that from Auburn?
Yeah, well, look, they haven't sent me a check yet. That's the one good thing. I said I said this. I actually went on the Auburn postgame show for a little bit and said this is the one good thing about when you're in the business. I mean, I was coach for Division I level almost a decade. It kind of takes a lot of the emotion out of it because you know how the sausage is made. I guess the double cheeseburgers aren't as good when you're the ones back there and know what goes in them. But here's the truth of the matter. Peyton Thorne is who he is. He's shown us who he is. I mean, he's a senior. He's played a lot of high-level college football. And it's kind of like DJU. It's kind of like Joe Milton. At some point, man, you are who you are. And Peyton Thorne isn't a guy that can make up for your offense's deficiencies. You need to have your offense make up for his deficiency. That's why it worked at Michigan State when he had Kenneth Walker and Jaden Reed and Keon Coleman and all these guys. He didn't have to be the engine in the car. He just had to be a nice paint job, even though he played quarterback. Well, now you're at Auburn, and he's the same guy that for some reason doesn't throw the ball away, struggles to identify blitzes, panics in the pocket like he's a freshman, and just throws the ball up for grabs or makes bad decisions. And it's not all on him. Auburn at the tackle position on the offensive line isn't great, and there's plenty of blame to go around. But at the end of the day, you are the senior leader quarterback that should be making up for some of these problems. It shouldn't be Fernando Mendoza coming in from Cal, out-maturing you as a quarterback, out-playing you, out-poising you, and out-gunning you. So I think at this point, Peyton Thorne is a somewhat below-average quarterback on an average team overall right now, and that's a way that Cal can come in and beat you, a team like Cal, right? That's a way that a team like New Mexico State that won 9 games. I would love to have Diego Pavia at Auburn right now. And he'd have probably cost us $15 and a McChicken. So at this point, if you're Hugh Freeze, the problem becomes this: if you haven't replaced him by now, it's because you don't think what's behind him is better. But if Peyton Thorne is allowed to go out there and play terrible, and you never replace him, how can you ever replace another position when they're playing bad? How can I look at the left guard and say, man, you played bad, we're going to give another guy a chance, while Peyton Thorne goes out there and craps his pants in every big situation he gets in, but he doesn't get replaced? So I think if you're Hugh Freeze, you got to open up the competition this week in practice, because at least if Peyton Thorne, which I'm sure he will because he's the greatest practice player apparently of all time, goes out there and has a better week of practice, you can make a good argument to your team that he's got to be the guy we go with. But the longer this goes on and the worse Peyton Thorne plays, or if he just really keeps being himself, how long until the guys start to quit on him? That becomes something as a head coach you have to think about, not because your team's not all in, but it is unbelievably frustrating when you keep seeing the same mistakes happen over and over and over and over again, and then you realize, man, there's nothing we can do about it.
And that's just depressing. And I'll tell you one thing. If you're not watching Crane and Company right now, you're making mistakes. If you want to win some money, if you want to learn about college football, if you want to be entertained, it's Crane and Company. Jake, you know I like to ended up asking you who we betting on tonight. Do you have a feeling about the Jets or the 49ers either way?
Man, this is a really tough game to bet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really just interested to see what the Jets are going to do on this first drive after last year. Are we going to get 3 straight runs? But I tell you, man, I think you got 2 pretty good, really good defenses, 2 Super Bowl caliber defenses. So in that case, you kind of lean to the under, but I had a big-time bettor, a guy that's won a lot of money, tell me one time, when you have 2 really good defenses, take the over. When you have 2 really good offenses, take the under. But I think with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback for the Jets and all the weapons the Niners have, these are just 2 really good teams. So I would probably say I would look player props here, and I really, really like a Garrett Wilson anytime touchdown.
My man, Jake Crane, what you got coming down the week? Where can they find you? What are y'all working on?
Dude, we're so in deep right now. I mean, I'm basically Owen Wilson from behind enemy lines. We're talking everything college football, NFL as usual. We take live calls, have a live chat that's very, very active. Just hit 150,000 subs. So I want to make sure and say thanks to everybody out there. 2 to 3:30 p.m. Central. Just go to YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we have a good time. We're going to tell you what we think, and hopefully we disagree on some things because it'd be really boring if we didn't.
Man, dude, hop that subscribe button and get in the Booster Club. He is Jake Crane. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the week. I will be watching, brother.
Johnny Radio, appreciate it. I always listen, buddy. Y'all do a heck of a job.
That's my homie, Jake Crane. Guess what, people? I'm about to get you a little something. All I need you to do is do me a favor, man. You know Buster's Butcher? I've been talking about it now for months. It's fall. It's beautiful. It's tailgating season. Over at Buster's Butcher, they have the finest cuts of meats, prepared foods daily, cheeses, charcuterie boards, sausage. My man, my buddy Slap, if y'all know who he is, he went and got Wagyu hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs. I'm going to eat a Wagyu hot dog, and let me just tell you something. It was extra special. You can only get these things at Buster's Butcher because there's nothing like it. Learn more at bustersbutcher.com. But do me a favor and stop in today. 199 South Highland Street, right next to the liquor store at Poplar and Highland. You go in there. You don't have to buy anything. You should buy some steaks or some food for the night. But you can go in there. You just sign up. We're giving away a Camo Ice Mule Soft Cooler. Dope cooler. Keeps your beer cold as Cooter Brown. And then when you pull your beer out of it, you put it in one of your Yeti Coasters because we're going to give away 4 of those as well. A $200 gift certificate to Buster's Butcher and a whole bunch of Buster's brand swag. $500 value, no purchase necessary, 1 entry per person. Winner will be drawn at 10 a.m. on October 1st. I will be announcing it at 11 a.m. Don't you dare touch that dial. Terry Davis on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled, and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Hi, it's the Herd. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your businesses, evolving your passions. They push what technology can do. So great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to now.
Rich Eisen here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Coming up to start the Monday night primetime season, Aaron Rodgers makes his return at quarterback for the New York Jets when they travel west to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer Kurt Warner will have the call, and I'll get you started with the pregame. Join us on Monday Night Football.
Right here on Sports 56.
Vanguard is 100% client-owned, serving over 50 million investors every day. Whether you're planning for retirement, putting your kids through college, or saving up for your next adventure, Vanguard can help you set personalized investment goals. All investing is subject to risk. Vanguard is owned by its funds, which are owned by Vanguard's fund shareholder clients. Copyright 2024, the Vanguard Group, Inc., all rights reserved, Vanguard Marketing Corporation Distributor.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Ranger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call Ranger.com or just stop by. Ranger, for the ones who get it done.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I mean, this is the time of the year, man. Football is back on, and we got Jets and 49ers tonight. Everybody was watching college football this weekend, a little NFL action. We saw some crazy stuff this week. Dak Prescott got a huge bag. The Steelers had to go with Justin Fields, and guess what? He still looks like Justin Fields. The Cardinals, I thought Kyler Murray looked kind of good till he fumbled the damn ball. Bills got a big dub against them. The Bears-Titans game might be the most insane game I've ever watched in my life. And I'm talking about insane because these are professional athletes who are getting paid, and I don't know if anybody deserved their game check. Will Levis was so bad, I almost vomited. But Caleb Williams was equally as bad. But you know what, Caleb? That was his first start ever. What in the heck was that pick six that you threw, underhanded, Will Levis, when you're winning the football game in the fourth quarter? The Titans' defense was playing great the whole game, and you threw it away. And by the way, I ain't gonna lie, man, Tony Pollard should have touched the rock a little bit more. My man had 16 touches, 82 yards. He looked fast. He looked physical. Calvin Ridley didn't get enough balls. There's so much stuff to talk about the NFL, but my good buddy, Terry Davis, who, thank goodness, got me off the ledge with a little Care Bear stare last week. But he joins us every single Monday, and we talk basically everything. Grizzlies, Tigers, sports. TD, did you have a good weekend?
Man, I had a great weekend. It was an excellent day for football on Saturday. Yesterday was beautiful. Man, it was great.
Weather was beautiful all weekend, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I'm telling you right now, the only thing, though, ugly weather, though, man, like, did you watch any of that Titans game?
I watched a lot of the Titans games. I watched in the first half and said, man, TP, that's going to be a good little season for the Titans. And then Will Levis.
That's what I thought, too. And then Will Levis decided, hey, it's 17-0, we're looking good. And then Will Levis decided to screw everything up. He was so bad.
Oh, I know. And you know what? Even though it's just the first game, but it shows promise. If he can just play like he played in the first half, I think that'd be okay. That first half, they looked really good. Tony Pollard looked really good. The receivers looked good. The line was blocking. Man, it just looked like a really good football team.
You know what I thought was a fascinating game? Did you see any of the Texans-Colts game? Because I'm going to tell you right now.
Richardson got an arm, man. Oh, my God.
65-yard strike off his back foot?
Yes. That was they was going back-to-back. Because I really think the Texans are going to take a turn back, but
I don't know, man. This is the only thing I can say.
He looked good. And they got a good receiver, too.
Richardson looks so good, Terry. But, man, we have to also say something. C.J. Stroud is such the truth. I want you to think about this. On 3rd and 4th down in that game, did you know he was 9 for 9, 85 yards, and threw both of his touchdowns on 3rd or 4th down?
He's good, man. He is good.
All I keep thinking is, I can't believe Carolina took Bryce Young.
Yeah, they look awful. Oh, my God. They look awful. It was horrible. Because I watched some of that play. And it's not just him, man. It's just the whole entire team. Because he could be bad, and the defense could be good, but every facet of their game was just awful.
It was awful. Well, one other thing I haven't got to even touch on today, man. What was going on in Miami with the whole Tyreek Hill situation, bro?
Time will tell all things, man.
Man, he handled. By the way, can I say something? I wasn't expecting him post game to be so basically humble. Didn't say anything bad. But man, yesterday when all that stuff was breaking, I'm like, wait a second, man. Like, no offense, if you live in Miami and you don't know who Tyreek Hill is, it's kind of like a little bit crazy.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Lambos down there, but you know who else drive Lambos in South Beach?
Drug dealers.
Hey, don't stereotype.
I'm just saying.
Rich people.
Rich people. We're usually like drug dealers. All right, I got to get into a little bit of college football with you, man, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm kind of stupid excited for 11 a.m. on Saturday. Like, I am already ready. I am feeling it. Memphis went out there very vanilla, didn't want to show a whole lot, made Troy look like it was just simple. And am I crazy? Like, there's no way. Like, as bad as Florida State's look, did you see Georgia Tech lose to Syracuse?
Yes, I did.
Telling you, man. I think Memphis is going to go down to Tallahassee and boat race them.
You know what's crazy? It's the start of the season in preseason. Man, we just need the talk was, man, Memphis didn't need to go down there and play full Florida State tight. Not get blown out
Like the Missouri game last year.
And now they're saying, wow, we actually can win this game. Memphis always goes into everything game thinking they can win a game. But I agree with you, man. I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks that they hadn't shown anything. Not one wide receiver has caught a touchdown this year.
Well, when DJU's throwing footballs, bad things seem to happen. And again, the craziest thing for me is, I don't know if you saw this because I know you don't look very early, but when the line came out again and I saw Florida State -7, I couldn't help but take the 7 points. And also, I had to jump on Memphis on the money line.
What's the line now?
Right now, 7 still holding tight.
So preseason 7 is still holding tight at 7?
Man, it's crazy to me. I'm still in shock. Right now, you can get Memphis plus 220 on the money line. You can get 7 points, by the way. And if you take the 7 points, you get it. It's just like laying 110 for 100. So,
wow.
I mean,
that's not bad.
And the other thing is the total is 52. And I'm thinking to myself, I almost like that under because the only team that's going to score is Memphis because Florida State's trash.
No, it's going to be over. It'll be over.
You like the over?
Yeah, the over on that won't be good because Memphis is going to score at least 25 points. 24, 25 points, at least. I think it's going to be a shootout.
You do. Man, I'm telling you, Seth Hennigan could put up 300, 400 yards on that damn secondary. Anderson could run right down their throat.
Yeah, and one thing about it, and because Memphis got disrespected because, last week they were ranked 28th in the AP poll. This week they're ranked 29th in the AP poll. They actually went backwards, even though 6 teams ahead of them lost.
Damn, I'm glad you looked at that. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, man, I look at all that little stuff. Notre Dame, they pole vaulted them. Northern Illinois pole vaulted them. Even Boise State pole vaulted them, and they lost.
Well, let me just tell you something. That Boise State-Oregon game was the scariest football game for the weekend because all I was saying is, Boise State, you better not beat Oregon because that would hurt Memphis's chances. Could you imagine if they had that feather in their cap?
Yeah, it's crazy. Put it this way: Memphis could lose this game, but as long as they win the next 10, they'll be okay. That's how much confidence I have in everyone else's schedule. Because Liberty is just trash. They're not going to go undefeated this year. UTSA has already got a loss. Boise already has a loss, and I think Memphis and Boise, because that Mountain West.
I think it's Boise and Memphis. The thing about it is.
And that Mountain West is a joke. They're going to lose the game in the Mountain West.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean,
it's going to be fun, though.
What's up with Oregon, by the way?
Oregon, for 2 weeks in a row, has not been impressive.
Barely won. I think it's 6 points they've won their first 2 games by or something crazy.
That's not Oregon standards, man, because this is the same Oregon team that just went to Colorado and just slashed them, and they were pretty good until they choked up at the end of the year. And then they got a rivalry game against Oregon State this weekend that they might actually lose to because, regardless of whatever the records are, that game is going to be tight regardless of records.
Man, I'll tell you one thing. Them Beavers go after them Ducks, man.
Yes, they do.
They do. Yes, they do. Dylan Gabriel, though, hasn't quite looked exactly what I kind of expected. I will tell you, though, just one other little side note. Texas and Quinn Ewers, man. Sark's got Texas looking good.
I like Stark, but I don't like Ewers. I don't know what it is about that dude, man. I just don't like him. But
he used to have a mullet and went to Ohio State, and you can't stand Ohio State.
That probably had a little bit to do with it. He still got that Buckeye blood in him, so, And I still don't like the way he came out of high school with all that, I want this, I want that, with his hand out. I
didn't like that either. He was one of the first ones. Oh, yeah, give me $1 million. I haven't done nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, back to the Tigers. Mr. Anderson. What do you think about him now? Everybody thought he was just a
full-grown-ass man.
Yes, he is.
Full-grown-ass man is all you have to say. He's doing it all.
It's the team. Like I said, it's almost like they're holding back, man, because they're good right now offensively, but I still don't think they full. I think they still in 2 as far as going to a 5-speed. I think they still in 2.
Oh, I'm right there with you. The other thing that though has been impressive, and I know it's going to be a little bit different, but man, Memphis's defense has been looking pretty solid too.
Yeah, they made some slight adjustments in philosophy, even though pretty much the whole defensive staff is back for the most part. But they just made some fundamental changes on how they attacked it, and they're just taking care of the little things. They're not being cocky. They're not just giving the guys more coverage. They just taking care of the little things.
Taking care of the little things, man. Memphis. Right now, you can get them +7 against Florida State. It's 11 o'clock. It is going to be in Tallahassee. The money line's plus the 220. I've already taken both of them. One, because I love Memphis, and I have a little bit problem with gambling.
But your Rebels look good, too, man. Oh, my gosh.
What'd you say?
They're scary good, man. They're scary good.
Who's scary good?
Ole Miss.
Oh, my goodness, buddy. I had so much fun in Oxford, and, everywhere I looked, they got weapons.
Wait a minute. Do you remember being in Oxford?
I remember the game.
Okay.
And I remember the Boise State-Oregon game because I was free. I mean, you know what? I would tell you one thing. I remember bits and pieces. I had so much fun down there. Man, let me tell you something. My eyes are sore today. I got to work out like you wouldn't believe. Left, right, up, down. Oh, my goodness.
At least you stand in practice, man.
Man, got to keep them. You got to make sure that your eyes are going to be staying in focus, man. Anything that's going on over there with the I hate even bringing this stuff up.
Don't even bring it up, man. Just let it.
Just let it go. Let it be. Let it
be. And they open up. They got to open practice in a couple weeks, man. Just let it go and let all the focus be on Florida State this week.
I think that's the best damn advice you've given in a while. And
right.
You give some good advice, by the way, Terry.
Yeah. Oh, also, too, man, I got up early yesterday morning and went to see the ladies soccer team on a cold, windy morning. Oh, my God, it was freezing that morning. But they came out with a victory, man. Those girls are good. And if they knock out Tennessee this Thursday night, man, I think they make a deep run, even deeper than they did last year into the tournament.
Whoa. So the girls over there are just kicking the little footy around and playing some serious soccer.
Yeah, and what makes it so bad about it, they got some freshmen that's coming up too, that's going out, that just can continue to extend this tree. So if you like winning in championships, man, just look, just take a couple hours. You can go back and look at it on ESPN Plus, man. They are really good, man.
All right, now I know you're a big Steelers fan. Gotta ask you, what did you think about your boy Justin Fields?
All we do is win. That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. One thing
the one thing about the Steelers, they are the ugliest winning team in the history of the world.
But you know what? We win championships, and some team can't win championships, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man, was that a shot at the Grizzlies?
No.
Okay.
We on the football level, man. We only on football. Hey, did you see Jai and his Merce at the game?
No, I did not. Tell me he's not got a Merce now.
Well, I don't know if he got a Merce, but he had one across his shoulder on Saturday.
I just now Googled it. I'm very upset. This is something right now here today. If you are a man, you don't wear a purse. Go get a wallet with a little clip in it, thin, all you need. And by the way, get a girlfriend. They carry big bags everywhere.
You're wrong, man. See, I wouldn't even go on with that. But I was showing he was showing up and supporting the hometown football team. That's all I was saying.
Well, that was nice of that. But again, please, just come on, man. Stop. Do y'all remember, one day, do you remember what the fanny pack was?
Yes.
And when I saw dudes wearing a fanny pack, the only thing, I can't even say what I thought when I was saying what I was thinking. The Merce is worse than the fanny pack.
I've got to agree with that. I'd rather wear a fanny pack. I actually wore a fanny pack, early on.
Yeah, man, they were popular back then.
Yeah, at the beach, you put it on the back. Mm-hmm. It was cool.
It was. Man, Terry, you're the coolest dude I know. Thank you so much for joining me. Follow him at TerryD515 on, of course, the Twitter. Listen to him every single Monday. Check out his work at the New Tri-State Defender. And, man, what are you getting out there and doing this week? What you working on?
Florida State, the Heritage is in town this weekend, so it's going to be football.
Wow.
And also, man, like I said, with some great high school games last week, there's going to be some really good high school games this week. So go out and support local sports, man. Go support a high school game this week.
Man, Germantown got worked by Houston. Did you see that?
That was a great game, though. That was a great game.
Yeah, but it makes me feel so good when Houston gets that big dub. You know that?
I know you're a homer. I know that.
I am a homer, man. He's Terry Davis. Be blessed, my friend.
Talk to you later.
That's my good buddy. Now I got to remind you one thing really, really, really quick. Did you know that? Do you know what Wiffle Stalk is? Like, I know you're not. Your Dacus, you're what? 25.
24.
24. You haven't kind of got into that. Like, I need to get out of the house. You're not married yet.
Right.
But you know me. I love playing wiffle ball.
Sure.
I love playing baseball.
Sure.
I love going to ball games.
Of course.
I like getting out the house.
Definitely.
Wiffle Stock. It's coming up. My buddy's going to join us here in a little bit. He's basically like the Dana White of wiffle ball.
Oh, I love wiffle ball.
Dude, Wiffle Stock is one of the most amazing things. I'm going to have my buddy Johnny Jackson on here about 12 o'clock, but we're going to take a quick time out, come back. I got a few nuggets for you, and everybody loves nuggets, right? They could be gold nuggets.
Chicken nuggets?
Chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A.
Or anywhere.
Or
I love
ganja nuggets. I love nuggets. I'll give you some on the other side. Don't touch that. I'll Sports 56, 98, 5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
A lot of ladies here in Memphis are wearing beautiful diamond rings. Have you noticed? And a lot of gentlemen are wearing nice Rolex watches now. It's all thanks to Genesis Diamonds. Hey, it's Eric Hasseltine at Genesis Diamonds has made fine jewelry more affordable than ever. This is Tennessee's direct diamond import. No middleman pricing on the finest GIA certified diamonds. All shapes, all sizes, all in prices you never thought possible. And Genesis is the only jeweler that carries the top bridal designers in America. So you can find the perfect setting to showcase that diamond and have a truly one-of-a-kind ring. And something that I love, their incredible collection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. These are all in pristine condition and priced right. Thanks to Genesis, you can get that Rolex you've dreamed about. All this with no commission salespeople, no pricing games, no pressure, no nonsense. Genesis Diamonds is the official jeweler of the Tennessee Titans and popular agreements extended or online at genesisdiamonds.com.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Binswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 145 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Binswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Binswanger Glass in Midtown at 340 South Hollywood, across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit binswangerglass.com. Binswanger Glass.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Welcome to the Rendezvous.
This is John Vergas. When my dad started the Rendezvous in 1948, I don't think anyone could have imagined we'd still be serving shoulder, cheese plates, and our world-famous dry rub ribs 75 years later. But we are still here in the basement, in an alley in downtown Memphis. We sincerely thank you for making the Rendezvous what it is today. Charlie Vergas Rendezvous, a legendary experience for over 75 years, whether you dine in, pick up, or ship across the country.
Wash your house, wash your office building? Impossible! Not call Wilson's Pro Wash. Your house, fence, driveway, warehouse, store, hotel, even cars and trucks can all be squeaky clean and beautiful after pressure washing by Wilson's Pro Wash. Wilson's specializes in cleaning all hard surfaces, concrete, stone, brick, and mortar, even wood and vinyl siding. Then Wilson's concealer services so they stay looking brand new. Call Wilson's Pro Wash, 91524-6799, or online at wilsonsprowash.com.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a beautiful Monday in the Mid-South. I hope you had a wonderful freaking weekend. I know I did. And I can always thank the wonderful people at Buster's Butcher and Buster's Liquor Store. So I don't know if you know this. We tailgated like a bunch of madmen down in Oxford. You know what we did? Went to Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland Street. I grabbed me a couple porterhouse steaks. I got a filet for Chas. I got a strip for my girl Christina. My buddy Chris Walls, he loves the ribeyes. Oh, they got them all. And yeah, they got chops. They got deli meats. They got everything. All your tailgating needs are at Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland Street. Go in there today. Get you some good food for tonight to watch a little Monday Night Football. And for me, when I cook, I like to focus on my meat. They got these prepared dishes, man. The corn souffle, the turnip greens. You can get these really good sweet potato, like this casserole thing that was so good. I was like, it was better than dessert. Buster's Butcher. Again, you head on over there and say you want to win a free tailgate package. Comes with a Camo Ice Mule soft cooler, 4 Yeti coasters, $200 gift certificate, and a lot of Buster's swag. The tailgate package is valued at $500. There's no purchase necessary. 1 entry per person. The winner is going to be drawn on October 1st. I will announce the winner right here at 11 o'clock, October 1st. And we're throwing out the most amazing tailgate. Now, you don't have to win to tailgate and party. It would be nice to win, but you can always stop by and find out why every cut counts. Learn more at bustersbutcher.com. Now, on the other side, we have got Hardwood stories today, and you know I love to give y'all good wood. I got some really funny ones, some insane ones, some very dope ones. We also got to make sure that we're betting on the right side. We have the Jets. We have the 49ers. That's going down for real. And, of course, you know we're the home of the NFL. You can catch the action right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. But I got to mention one more small thing. What in the heck is going on with some of the teams in the National Football League? Man, like, how is it that quarterback play has become basically everything? I know that the Steelers won, but Justin Fields looked terrible. Kirk Cousins looked like he came off an Achilles injury. They weren't good, but they got a very, very, very important dub. You go out there and you just watch Will Levis and how embarrassing he was. Did Caleb Williams look like the number 1 pick in the National Football League draft? I didn't think so. Jaden Daniels was running well. He had me a little scary, but I will say the people that kind of stuck out for me, Anthony Richardson was absolutely awesome. I mean, C.J. Stroud was ridiculous. 9 for 9 on 3rd or 4th down with 2 touchdowns. When the pressure is at its highest, C.J. Stroud is the coolest, cold-blooded homie I know, period. And then Tyreek Hill yesterday gets put in handcuffs and then comes out and has 7 receptions, 130 yards, and a touchdown. And he made me laugh with his touchdown celebration with the hands behind his back. Like, oh, my goodness, I love me some NFL. But when you watch the Giants, you almost wanted to vomit. Like, are the Giants really, like, is Brian Daboll going to just quit? Because I think I would have quit on this team. If the owner told me that I had to have Daniel Jones back or the general manager, I would have said, don't do that to me. That kid's pathetic. He pushes the ball never down the field. Malik Neighbors out of LSU, you can tell is going to be special, but he can't get him the damn ball. We got so much NFL, college football to talk about. It is a beautiful Monday. On the other side, though, we got the Dana White of wiffle ball who's going to join us. My man's been putting on wiffle stock now for how many years?
It's been going on for 28 years now.
28?
Since Zenny's East closed in 2007, I've been in charge of it.
Unbelievable. Johnny Jackson on the other side is going to talk about a little Woofle stock. It's going down for real. Do me a favor and don't you dare touch the dial. We're back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Guns, and more guns. Over 700 firearms in stock. Home defense guns, old guns, new guns, used guns, big guns, little guns. Every gun you can think of, Classic Arms has them. All brands like Glock, Sig, Colt, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Beretta, Benelli, Remington, Winchester, and more. Guaranteed lowest prices in town. Only gun importer in the Mid-South. Free gun inspections and appraisals and free bore sighting for the upcoming deer season. Shop online at ClassicArmsOfMemphis.com or visit Classic Arms at 1740 Germantown Parkway behind Quirky's Barbecue in Cordova.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Summer's heating up, and so are the savings at Choate's. We've got 3 incredible offers to make your season spectacular. First up, our Grill and Chill with Choate's Summer Special. Upgrade your HVAC system and choose between a free Yeti cooler or a Green Egg grill on select systems. Then power through any outage with Choate's generators. Be one of the first 50 customers to buy a generator and score a massive 75-inch TV or an iPad. Also, don't forget about our tankless water heater offer. Purchase a tankless water heater from Choate's and receive a premium toilet free. Don't wait. These offers are too good to last. Turn to the experts with Choate's and call 347-8086 or visit us online today for your free estimate. Now introducing Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, Plumbing, and Generators. Choate's. Let our family serve your family.
Jason's Deli. When you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises. Just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it. Because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets, vegan and gluten-free options available, convenience, and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com. So whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby. At Jason's Deli, locations at Ridgeway and the Park Place Center, Popper Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Highland Branch. Jason's Deli is wholesome food and no surprises.
Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, Automatic Gates Construction tailors custom gate solutions for all your residential, commercial, and industrial needs, including repairs, maintenance, and installation. Automatic Gates Construction specializes in designing and installing automatic gates and fencing that seamlessly blends security, functionality, and aesthetic appeal. Elevate the safety and efficiency of your property with a premium gate solution. Automatic Gates Construction at myautomaticgates.com.
This is Original Sports Station. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis.
That is one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a beautiful Monday in the Mid-South. Memphis got a big dub. Ole Miss is taking care of business. Yeah. Memphis heads down to Tallahassee to make Mike Norvell 0-3 to open up the season. I can just feel it. But you know what, man? There's a lot going on this week, man. We got Wiffle-Stock, and you're like, Wiffle-Stock? Woodstock? No, Wiffle-Stock. Do you play wiffle ball, man? If you haven't played it, what are you doing? It's so much fun. It's the only game in the world you can go out there and play an hour game, drink cold beers with the coolest dudes in the whole wide world, and look like a fool all at the same time, because some of the pitchers out there at Wiffle-Stock make that ball move like you would not believe. It's going down for real. The Dana White of Wiffle-Stock is here hanging out with me, and I just got to say, first and foremost, Johnny Jackson, what's up? Thanks for coming in. When is Wiffle-Stock? What do you got going down? Fill me in a little bit.
Man, thanks so much for having me. That's the first time I've been called the Dana White of wiffle ball. I love it. Wiffle-Stock, 2 days of peace, music, and wiffle, is going down September 21st and 22nd at Toby Fields, right across from the Liberty Bowl. And
by the way, just so you know, I love Toby more than you can imagine.
It's a great, great place. They're so good to us.
If people don't go out to Toby and understand they play men's league baseball out at Toby, they have Wiffle-Stock. And have you noticed the volleyball?
Oh, absolutely. I've noticed the volleyball.
Let me see your thong, 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 thong. Woo! Man, sometimes one day there was a ball hit to me in the outfield, and I didn't do very good because there was a let me see your thong, 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 thong going on, and I felt really bad about that. But, man, I'm just telling you, going out to Toby, Wiffle-Stock, fun, family, friends, partying. And what are y'all raising a little money for?
It's all for Ronald McDonald House. We've been doing this for 28 years now, and we're creeping up on $200,000 we've given to Ronald McDonald House over the years.
If you don't know about the Ronald McDonald House, they have these wonderful places, called St. Jude. And the Ronald McDonald House puts these kids up there and their families up there to kind of keep them close. It's one of the most classy organizations in Memphis.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that, you imagine you get that kind of news. You're living anywhere in the world.
Devastated.
And you've got to move to Memphis immediately. And then you get here and you've got a home set up for you, ready to go. And there are people there who understand what you're going through. There's another family you can talk to. And it's just, it's one of the... Memphis is amazing to have St. Jude there. But Ronald McDonald House is really an incredible place, and we're just honored to be part of it at Wiffle-Stock.
The thing that's so cool, though, is you think about it with the Ronald McDonald House, man, because, again, those kids are going through so much, and St. Jude is fighting for their tails, but they need their families to be around them,
Yes.
And that's like you need your support staff, and your family needs to feel comfortable and be able to take care of kids. And, again, when you go over there, the pantries, like the food that's always brought in there and the people, it's just – I've been doing some stuff with Ronald McDonald House now for over 20 years, and I just think it's just one of the greatest organizations. Now, how do you become a part of Wiffle-Stock?
You can go to wifflestock.com. You can go to Facebook, just Wiffle-Stock. You can call me directly or text me, 901-338-3971. You just need a 3 to 4 man team, 5 man. We're pretty casual with it. Bring as many as you want. But all you need is 3 or 4 to play.
Now I got to ask you. So you only need 3 or 4. Are we allowed? In Wiffle-Stock? Do you just use your temporary, like the yellow bat that you buy, or are we allowed to rig these suckers up the way we like to do and
you can
wrap all the good stuff?
Tape them, stuff them, cork them, do whatever you want.
Dude, Travis Hill is a good buddy of mine, and that man can make a bat.
Travis makes a good bat.
Dude, the last one he made for me, it had like 4 golf balls in it. It was wrapped in tape, man. It had like a nice little handle. It just, woof.
Yeah, and we'll have bats out there for any new teams that don't know how to make a bat. Like we have guys like Travis who make bats and donate it to the charity, so people can give up $20 to get their own bat and they can play it all day.
And again, music. You got what bands we're gonna have? We're gonna have Hewlett's band out there.
We've got Jeff Hewlett playing Friday night at Murphy's, starting at 8:30.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, gonna be a kickoff party. Off. And all that money, the $10 at the door, $10 donation, all goes to Ronald McDonald House. And anybody playing Wiffle-Stock can get their T-shirts there. They can go ahead and sign up. And they can buy their raffle tickets because we've got a tie-in with Mempho Fest. And we've got 2 passes for all weekend long. And you're not going to get in Mempho Fest for $10 anywhere else.
Let me just tell you something. Mempho Fest, if you haven't been, I don't know where you're going. You like Widespread Panic. You like good music. You like a lot of partying and going down for real. Mempho Fest. And by the way, the Botanical Gardens. That's another gem in this city.
Absolutely.
That people just, I don't think, really understand if they haven't been. I love the outdoor venue. I love how big it is.
Oh, me
you
too.
can crawl all the way up to the stage, or you can sit back and bring your lawn chairs and do your own thing. It's going to be a fabulous event. Again, Mempo Fest tickets are probably running about, what do you think?
Oh, man. I don't even have a good guess because
I would say
I'm sort of connected.
I would say, I would say, I guarantee you
$500.
I was going to say for the whole weekend is $3 to $5,
and for 2 people, you can't beat that.
You can't beat that. So come on
and
out
it's an
there.
incredible lineup they've got out there too.
Yeah. So who are you looking forward to seeing?
Oh, I've never seen Trey from Fish. So
You've never seen Trey?
No.
Oh
He's
my
been a widespread
goodness.
guy.
I love widespread. I love Goose. I love Fish. But Trey, I saw actually with Fish a few times. But man, I saw him once play with Goose, and it was one of the dopest things I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah, make sure you get out there, check all.
So you are right. It's about, for one person, it's about $250. So for 2, it'd be about $500.
Yeah.
So you are right on the money.
I don't know if you
buy
know
a raffle
this.
ticket at Wiffle Stock for $10.
How about that?
And then the best part about buying the raffle stock ticket, all those people that do it, remember again, the money goes to the Ronald McDonald House.
Absolutely. Anything you do out there, we've got all the food we have is donated from Triangle Meat Market or Cordelia's Market downtown.
Ms. Cordelia's?
Yeah, that's a great spot.
I lived on Mud Island a long time ago. I was in there so much it wasn't even funny.
They're really good to us. They supply everything but the meat. And so we've got a barbecue team that comes out and cooks it all. So anything you buy out there goes to Ronald McDonald House. We've got Big River Dogs coming out. We've got, as far as the music on the spot, we'll have DJs coming out and doing their thing, but we also have Aaron Brame is going to play the solo accordion, doing all the ballpark songs, just walking around between the wiffle ball fields, just bringing atmosphere to the whole thing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's a first we've had out there.
That is going to be awesome.
I'm
and
really
again,
excited about that.
this is September what? 21st,
22nd.
September 21st, 22nd. It is going down
21st
for
is the
real.
big day. Like that's Saturday, home run derby and everything. And a lot of teams, like if you're intimidated, you can't play all weekend or whatever, about half the teams make it to Saturday. So if you've won that many games and you're having that much fun, you're going to want to come back Sunday anyway. And if not, then you got a good taste of it, and you spend a good day out there Saturday helping Ronald McDonald House.
Well, I got my good buddy Travis out there. He always puts together a good team.
Yep.
I know my boy E's going to be out there doing his thing. Hale's going to be out there. Michael Langford's going to be out there.
You probably know Jake Hatchett.
Oh, man, Big Jake, are you kidding me? By the way, can I say something? Jake Hatchett, nicest dude in the history of the world,
Yeah,
but the
he and
most
Travis are running for it.
cold-blooded damn baseball player you ever seen.
He's quite a wiffle ball hitter, too.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to be a wiffle ball assassin to play wiffle stock. You know, we put all the new teams with the new teams and let people learn the ropes of it. You play 3 pool play games before you get into the tournament, so you sort of learn the ropes.
And the cool thing is, though, at wiffle stock, like pitching, like everybody kind of pitches, so they rotate
Yeah,
the way it
everybody
goes.
pitches.
And like you figure out if I'm going to pitch him first inning, second inning, third inning, fourth inning. So like you have somebody in the ninth. But like there's a lot of strategy in there. But man, let me tell you something. You can find out real quickly those pitchers that scare the bleep at you. Like some dude was playing, he threw the ball so high.
Oh, yeah.
You give up on it, and then it falls right down. It breaks twice and falls right in it, and you're like, "What?" Oh my God, I have so
My guy
much fun.
Cajun Bo, he's a legend. He's a legend on the pitcher's mound, and I mean he's making people fall down. They get up and shake his hand afterward. They're like, "That was amazing."
That was the sickest pitch I've ever seen in my life.
I can't do that. I'm a Greg Maddux. I'm a control guy. I just aim for the corners.
I got you. All right, now, Ronald McDonald House, fun, food, festival, life's going to be good. We're going to have a whole lot of fun out at Toby Field. What else do I need to let the people out there know?
Just support the people that make this thing happen. You know, like this thing, I don't think there's anything else like it in the world. It's all done by local sponsors and volunteers like Travis and those guys. And so we get the fields paid for by the Blue Monkey. We get the balls bought by 901 Comics. We get the trophies paid for by Plato's Closet. Sorry, Dave. Everything we need gets covered by a local business. So go to the Young Avenue Deli, go to Alex's Tavern, go to the Blue Monkey, go to Cordelia's Market, and just keep those places going because they keep things like this going, which helps the city.
Memphis, man. Most beautiful land in the whole world. I love me some Memphis. I can't wait for Wiffle Stock. Thank you so much for coming in again. And just one more time, mention those wonderful sponsors.
Let's make sure I didn't leave anybody out.
Don't leave anybody
We got
out
a brand new one this year, Blue Sky Couriers, and we got Catherine Garland from Crylike Realty. But the big ones that we've had since it started, we couldn't have done this without the Blue Monkey, Young Avenue Deli, Alex's Tavern, Memphis Power and Telephone Company.
Can I ask you something about Alex's?
Yeah, absolutely. I worked there for
they still
years and
open
years.
really late.
They were never open really late. The kitchen was open till 3, I believe. You can't get me to say anything on that.
I was gonna say, let me just tell you something. Back in them days, I had some fun. And by the way, I like them smart girls from Rhodes. I always met them somehow at Alex's Tavern. I love
a lot of waitresses from the other restaurants were hanging out in there too. It's a fun spot.
Yep, old school. Man, we got Wifflestock. Again, if you want to be a part of it, go to
Wifflestock.com. Go to Facebook, Wifflestock, or just call me or text me directly, 901-338-3971.
And again, also big thanks to Jeff Hewlett.
Yeah, Jeff Hewlett is going to start the whole thing off Friday night at Murphy's. So you can go by there and hear some great music and give a little money toward Ronald McDonald House. It's going to be great.
It's going down for real. We're going to take us a quick timeout, but I did also want to remind you because, of course, you know the Ronald McDonald House we love. We care about it. But I also know that you care about your own house. And sometimes, you know, life, you're up, you're down. If you need to sell your house, though, I can help you so easy. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. It's any house, any area, as is. It really is as simple as that. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. Yes, you heard that right. You could have all your money and donate it to the Ronald McDonald House. Because you can sell it that fast. Boom, in a flash. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. You can thank me later. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, man. This was a blast.
We're going to we'll do this every single year. And, you know, if we got to come back on before the 21st and make sure we got enough going on out there. I do know you have a ton of teams, though. Yeah. I mean, do you realize that my phone has blown up?
Nice.
I mean, it is blowing up with all my buddies who play baseball with us out at Toby Field, and I can't say I couldn't. Man, they are funny. Wifflestock, music, madness, fun, and it's all for a good cause. Thank you so much, my friend. We're back
thanks for having us.
Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Get your tailgate season going now and win a free tailgate package from Buster's Butcher. Stop in Buster's Butcher, 199 South Highland Street, and register to win an Ice Mule Cooler, 4 Yeti Coasters, a $200 gift certificate, and some Buster's branded swag. Tailgate package valued at $500, no purchase necessary, 1 entry per person. Winner drawn 10 a.m. October 1st. Buster's Butcher offering the finest selection of curated meats, cheeses, prepared foods, and more. Learn more at bustersbutcher.com. Top Gun is the largest indoor range in the Mid-South, but size isn't their only difference. Top Gun has the best instructors with over 300 years combined experience and classes all the way from first shot to master marksmanship. Plus, Top Gun is affordable. Gold membership is just $48 a month. That's just $1.60 a day for unlimited range time. Free gun rentals with purchase of ammo and members lounge access. Top Gun 2770 Whitten Road and TopGunMemphis.com. Always shoot with the best. Top Gun Memphis.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdingers. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdingers, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdingers offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
To understand what makes Genesis Diamonds so different than other jewelry stores, you have to go back over 40 years to the diamond cutting capital of Tel Aviv, Israel. That's where Genesis owner Boaz Ramon grew up, in the center of the diamond universe. His connections with the best diamond cutters allowed him special access, giving rise to a thriving wholesale business here in the United States. Then, after a few years, this wholesaler changed the game and started selling these precious diamonds direct to the public at the same prices he had sold to the jewelry stores. The no middleman concept became an instant success. Today, Genesis Diamonds provides that extraordinary value to people right here in Middle Tennessee, leading the industry with the highest quality diamonds that still come straight from the best cutters, offered at the guaranteed best price of any jewelry store in America. Genesis Diamonds, a truly revolutionary concept with a unique history rooted in quality, committed to excellence, and always focused on value. Genesis Diamonds, luxury cream, Rolexes, and popular Perkins Extended.
Jenkins Floors and More invites you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors in Little Rock, Cleveland, Mississippi, and now open in Horn Lake at 2356 West Goodman Road. Specializing in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds, Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
4.9-liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Up, you're having a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Do you know it's after 12 o'clock? You know, back in the day when I was growing up, this is sad though, because like when Dacus, I know you don't realize this, my generation, parents kicked us out at 6 a.m. and told us not to come home until 10 p.m. We weren't allowed in the house. We drank out of a water fountain. There was literally a commercial that would pop on and say, "It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?"
They started doing that again.
They do it again?
Yeah. On the news, I think it's Channel 3, when they start their news broadcast at 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
The days, the world's changed just a little bit, you could say.
Just a little bit.
And I can say right now in the National Football League, you look around and you want to talk about things that have changed. Holy moly. We got a Green Bay Packer team that's Malik Willis is going to be their quarterback for the next 4 weeks. Did you see or hear about that? Because Jordan, I got love for you, homie. MCL sprain, out 4 weeks. But how the hell does Malik Willis have a job?
Literally the last drive of the game. Like we got to do something or we're going to lose drive of the game.
Like, how does that happen? And then do you want to hear something funny that I just heard? During the break, I was sitting here. Well, I didn't hear it. I looked and it popped up on a screen. But I felt like I heard it because I said it to myself in my ears, you know?
Uh-huh.
In your head. Do you talk to yourself?
Sometimes.
I do too. I was like, wait a second. They just are kicking the tires on Ryan Tannehill? Did you hear that?
I saw that one coming.
Hold up, man. I don't know if you know this. The former Titans quarterback situation was terrible.
Yeah.
So bad that they went with the guy who loves mayonnaise and Will Levis, and he's terrible too. So I just look around and sometimes say, what in the bleep is going on? And then just speaking about like Will Levis and how bad he played and everything, what happened to Kentucky?
Yeah.
Did you see the Gamecocks went in there?
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all.
Kentucky was a 9.5-point favorite this week. They got beat like you would not believe. I can't even remember the final score.
It was a lot to a little, John. I didn't think that was going to happen at all because Kentucky, even though their first game was very weird, it was like a short game. They were playing Southern Miss. They were beating them real bad. It was raining real bad. They stopped the game at one point, and then they just flat out canceled the game. They're like, this is going to be the final score. We're not playing anymore. And then on the other side, South Carolina started the season against Old Dominion, and their offense looked terrible. And so I really thought this was going to be where Kentucky maybe not covered the spread because, like you said, John, big line, but really dominated this game, and it was quite the opposite. I was shocked at how good South Carolina looked in that game.
I have to say, I feel bad. I said Shane Beamer ain't his dad. That's for damn sure. He sure as hell ain't carrying that lunch pail. He ain't Frank. But damn, they went out there and just beat the brakes off. I wasn't expecting a Stoops football team to be like that. But then I also, after I saw that on Saturday, I should have known not to take the Titans. Man, it felt good when they were up 17-0.
Sure did. I had to go to the Germantown Festival yesterday, and someone had a big TV in their booth, and they were watching the game, and I walked by. I was like, I think at this point it might have been like 10-0. I walked by, had the Titans. I was like, let's go. And then pulled it up later, was watching. I was like, how is this happening? And sure enough.
Insanity.
Sure enough, they lost. Insanity. How about those Cowboys, though, John? We haven't talked about the Cowboys yet, John. How about them? How about them boys?
Dak got paid, baby.
Wow.
He got paid.
He did.
He got paid a lot.
He certainly did.
You don't seem as happy as the Prescott family.
Oh, look. If my last name was Prescott,
by the way, can I ask you something? Why is it that Jerry Jones waited like the day of the first game? Like CeeDee Lamb misses practice forever. They still look good, but like there's just like timing. I feel like is everything.
Yeah.
Like if you ever met a beautiful woman, super drop dead gorgeous, but you know what? She's having a bad day. Bad timing for you, because you go and try to like say what's up, buy her a cocktail, and she gives you the bird, right?
Exactly.
It's timing.
That's right.
But you know what? If you come in and this girl like ate a bunch of mushrooms or ate some edibles, is going crazy and feeling good, and a little Stevie Nicks up. Do you know what Stevie Nicks is?
Yeah, of course.
Fleetwood Mac?
Of course.
Did you know that her nasal cavity completely collapsed and she had to have surgery to save her nose? She did that much blow.
I did not know that.
My point was, it's timing. Like, if they come in like a little bit lit up like that, I promise you it's going to be easy to talk to. Come in a bad mood, it ain't going to work. What was my point?
Your point was about the Cowboys and timing and paying Dak Prescott. Here's the thing, John. I think Jerry Jones saw the line of the game last night, saw that they were a 2-point underdog against the Browns, and he said, you know what? We got to win today. And we got to start the season off on the right foot, or everyone's going to say we're a joke. We're, regular Cowboys, always coming up short. So I got to give Dak a big deal so that he'll be ready to go today, and he'll be fired up to play football today, and we'll get a big win over the Browns. And you know what happened, John? They got a big win over the Browns. Now, I will say, not much of the offense. It was the defense that won that game. That defense was incredible yesterday.
I will say the defense looked great. Did you know that Deshaun Watson, when he was pressured, did not complete a
like
single
all day.
pass?
I mean, he was under fire.
But when it's considered quarterback pressure, his QBR rating was 0.
Good.
Deshaun Watson is the most pathetic human being on planet Earth, other than Tom Brady in the booth.
Wow. So the two most pathetic people on planet Earth are both quarterbacks and football players.
Former.
One's a former.
Deshaun Watson's not a football player. He's a con artist. He conned the Browns out of $230 million, and he got them to give up 3 first-round picks and 2 third-round picks. That's 5 picks of human beings for Deshaun Watson, who is straight booty. You're telling me, how did they not go to Jameis Winston?
It's a great question.
Like, seriously, if Joe Flacco can look that good in that offense last year, you don't think famous Jameis Winston, who's the greatest speaker and motivator in the history of the world? I literally could listen to Jameis Winston. When Jameis Winston quits football, I want him in the booth. Or I just want him talking or preaching or coaching. I just want to be able to hear him. But I don't ever want to hear Tom Brady do a football game again. He got $375 million. So he's the highest paid player, highest paid now broadcaster, period. Did you know he's making 10 times more than Kevin Burkhardt? Dude's making 3 and he's making 36. And he's terrible. Like, why did they think Butt Chin Boy was going to be good in the broadcast booth?
John, I think he looks like a vampire. When they showed him, I was like,
do me a favor.
Vampire.
You got too much Botox in your face, Tom. But, man, you can't. Your lips won't even move. He said nothing. He was so boring. Greg Olsen out there. I think Greg Olsen should go beat Tom Brady up and take his job back.
How about that?
Don't you think he could?
A little fight in the press box.
Dude, Olsen would whip Tom. I mean, heck, Giselle's little boyfriend, the jiu-jitsu guy, would whip Tom. I'm not a fan. I still can't believe he got $375 million.
So I'll be honest, John. I was up here working yesterday during the Cowboys game, so I watched the entire game. I didn't have the sound on though. How did he sound? Like, was he any good first game?
No, he was. I'm being dead serious. It was so bad that I wanted to vomit.
Interesting.
I said to myself, my goodness, they got rid of Greg Olsen for this guy? Like, when has Tom Brady ever been interesting? Only time that I ever thought Tom Brady was interesting was when funny people were making fun of him during his roast. I loved watching him play football. Don't get me wrong. Great football player. I respect TB12. He is great. But damn, man, I don't know if you know this. Just because you're 400 pounds don't mean you can cook. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was great at football doesn't mean he can talk football. Because he sure as heck did a terrible job in his first game. But, man, we are going to take a quick time. I mean, not a timeout. We're going to do a little hardwood because it just feels so good. Before I get there, though, I did want to mention one other thing. You been paying attention to baseball at all?
Just a very little bit.
I haven't mentioned a single
Just a very
note.
little bit.
I haven't mentioned a single thing about
I'll be watching
baseball.
a lot of it tomorrow night. A little bit tonight. A lot tomorrow night.
Well,
Tuesday
you
will
have
be
nothing,
my baseball night.
you have nothing to do on Tuesday.
Exactly.
Like, by the way, did you know Tuesday and Wednesday are Chaz's date night?
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. She's the boss. I have to go to either a movie theater or wherever
Smart.
she wants to go eat.
Smart.
Because, the other
It's Thursday. We got
5
football back.
days of the week.
Then Friday we got.
It's all about selfish.
I guess Friday there's college games.
Well, I wanted to mention, and I think I was one of the first people, period, this year. Do you remember when I said I think Chris Sale's going to win the Cy Young?
I do remember that, yes.
Do you remember, did you looked at me like I was smoking crack?
I did.
Do you remember when I also told you he was going to also win the Comeback Player of the Year?
Chris Sale?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah.
Well, those are the two things. Dude,
I'm sure you said it together, and
he's locked it up.
He's been impressive this year.
Has there been anybody more valuable than Chris Sale to a team right now? You got to look at Atlanta, all the stuff that they're going through. They're right there fighting their little keister off. And you know what? People have said this to me, and I wanted to ask you this question. I don't believe that we need to change awards. Like, the Cy Young is for a pitcher.
Sure.
MVP is usually for a position player. But if you're going to tell me this year that the National League MVP is a DH, because it's going to be either Shohei Ohtani or Marcell Ozuna, is it now become a hitting award?
It's great point.
Because right now, Francisco Lindor, what he's doing with the Mets, Mookie Betts, who's also on the same team, I know he was injured a lot, but damn it, he gives you just so much. It's going to be Shohei. He's going to be the MVP. But I don't think anybody meant more to their team this year than Chris Sale.
I'm with you on that.
I know you Ryder, Spencer Strider, gone all year. Lopez, he was down. Max Fried was down. They lost Ronald Acuna, Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley. Like, everything that could only, like, the worst luck in the history of the world happened to the Braves, except for they found a gold nugget in a 36-year-old guy who most people thought was washed up after his last 2 seasons in Boston. Flat out just impressive. So daggum impressive.
Very impressive.
Almost as impressive as, you know what? Rick's powder coating. If you want a perfect finish every single time, it's Rick's powder coating. Rick's powder coating, all you have to do is go to rickspowdercoating.com. It's really, really simple. If you don't know what powder coating is, I don't know how to, tell you, but, you've been hiding under a rock for the last 20 years because Rick's has been established since 2002. It's like science. They can bond this powder through these ovens in this amazing situation that they do, and it sticks to your, you got a beautiful patio furniture that's 60 years old that your grandmother left you, and you're like, oh, it's emotional. You can make it look brand new, and it'll last another 100 years. Because powder coating, it's almost it's indestructible. It covers everything. It lasts forever. It does not rust. It is amazing. And again, there's only one place to go, and that's Rick's Powder Coating. Go check them out at rickspowdercoating.com. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is SS Hardwood.
Well, I mentioned that Tom Brady was complete trash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he will get better? Or do you think that this is going to be one of the dumbest $375 million that's ever been spent in the history of the world?
I think he's going to get better, John. I'm sure the nerves were going. I'm sure he was a little uncomfortable first time being in the booth. The thing I want from him, I don't care if he's interesting or not. I could care less, couldn't care less about his personality. I just want him to give me information that I, as a normal viewer of the NFL, don't know, but he, being the greatest quarterback of all time, sees in the game. Give me that information and we'll be good. You know, I don't need you telling stories. I don't need you making jokes. I don't need you doing any of that. I just want you to give me information about the game. If he can do that, he's great.
No, he can't do it.
Well, I'm sure he'll get better,
He didn't
John.
say. There were so many times there was basically dead air. Kevin is just sitting there waiting for him to speak, and he's like, or when he would give information, he'd be like, I don't know if you know, but that was a good pass.
Thanks, Tom.
Bruh.
Back to you.
Jump. I'm so tired of Tom Brady, but you know what? I'm more. Man, how can you not be tired of Tom Brady?
Well,
if you were a fan of the Patriots or maybe the Bucks, and if you won money off them, I guess it would feel good.
Sure.
But like, dude, seriously, just don't like him. But you know who I can't stand more than Tom Brady?
Who?
I do not like Travis Kelce anymore.
Really?
Do not like him.
Wow. What was the breaking point?
Seeing that idiot at the U.S. Open with his girlfriend looking like a damn tool. Are you kidding me, bro? What are you, Gomer Pyle? No. Who is it? Who's the dude that wears the bucket hats that was on a TV show from back? Is it
Gilligan?
Gilligan.
Gilligan's Isle.
So Travis Kelce is now turned into Gilligan. But the problem is at least Gilligan was stuck on an island with two hotties. You had
a scientist.
Man,
and a captain.
Yeah, but man, the captain obviously wasn't that good because he kind of left him there. But dude, you had a movie star, you had the movie star, and you had the girl next door. But bro, the bucket hat was the only reason Gilligan never got with either one of them. And now Travis Kelce is walking around with a 6 on his shoulder and wearing a bucket hat, looking like Gilligan. Man, I'm glad she's got money.
A lot of it.
I mean, she does. Do you like really one of her songs?
Do I what?
Do you like one of her songs, actually?
I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan, John, I'll be honest.
Does your girlfriend like her?
Yeah, Melinda likes decent. I wouldn't call her a Swiftie, but yeah, she likes Taylor Swift's music.
Terrible. Not a big fan. All right, now.
She was excited to see her Thursday night when they showed her during the game.
What do you mean? Who was excited?
Melinda was. She was like, "Oh, look. It's Taylor." I was like, "That's right."
So watching the football
and
game,
then she was like, "There's her boyfriend," and I was like, "That's right."
Travis Kelce.
And then she goes, "You know, he's only famous because he's dating Taylor Swift." And I was like, "You're right. That's exactly right. Bingo."
No, he's famous.
She made him famous.
Did you know we have an Odell Beckham sighting this week?
Really?
You didn't see him on the football field.
No.
But you did see him in the video when Tyreek Hill was getting arrested with Calais Campbell.
Geez.
I got to say one thing.
What an awful
I got mad respect for Odell Beckham. If you watch the video, you can catch where he says something, and they ask him, and he says a lot of bad words. Okay. He says, "What the blank happened?" Da-da-da-da. He's feet away from Tyreek Hill, talking a little bit of trash. And then all of a sudden he goes, "Ask them if they know what a 720S does. Them bleeps go freaking fast, bruh." I was like, man, you know what, Odell, we ain't seen you do nothing on the football field in so long, but I appreciate you going out there and supporting your teammates.
That's right, yeah.
So is Miami going to be any good?
I think so.
They're going to be good until it gets cold?
That's what everyone says, yeah.
I mean, well, that's kind of the truth, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you know Brett Favre made a prediction?
About what?
Aaron Rodgers is going to come out there. He says that this is going to be possibly the greatest playmakers season ever.
I hope so.
My question is Brett Favre allowed to go out and say things anymore after stealing money from Mississippi welfare?
No, it's risky business for him. But I'll say this. One guy I love watching play football, and I'll never get tired of, Aaron Rodgers. And he goes tonight. We'll see what he can do. Does he last longer than 4 plays this year? I hope so.
Who you betting on?
It's a great question, John. What's the line right now?
Oh, right now I believe.
I'm sorry, I should
San
be looking that up
Francisco.
instead of you.
No, I should know immediately off the top of my head.
That's really why I asked, because I figured you would know.
Because I've been looking at it all day. I think it's 3.
San Francisco 3.5.
3.5.
Total at 43.5.
So it's moved a half.
Sure has. It was 4. Or
Hmm.
I think it was 4 last night. It might have jumped to 3 this morning, and now it's at 3.5. I don't know, John. I think the 49ers are going to be good.
Earlier in the week, I looked at it and it was 3 and it moved to 4, so I was thinking a ton of money's coming in on the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, that Jets defense is really good. That 49ers
Really good.
defense is really good. The total is at 43 and a
Maybe take an
half.
under.
I feel like
I'd
that's
be cool
a
with an
smart
under.
play. Dude, I lost the under last night.
Oh, man. What a fun game, John.
Lions can kiss my you-know-what. And by the way, screw you too, Matt Stafford. He made some great plays.
Okay, John, I'm glad you brought up Matt Stafford. I'm tired of this storyline that we get fed every single year.
About his wife?
No, about this matchup of the quarterbacks that got traded. And, I'm so sick of it. It was the storyline yesterday going into it. Jared Goff versus Matt Stafford, seeing their former teams. Every single year these two teams play each other. That's the story, and I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. The first 2 years, sure, fun story. We've moved past that. They've both been with these new teams forever, it feels like. I'm tired of this storyline being a storyline.
Jared Goff looked terrible, I thought, during that football game until when it came down to the money time.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
And by the way, can I ask you something? Sean McVay's so smart with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the football game. You're up by 3 points. You're second down and 5, and you drop back and make a stupid play, lose 5 yards, and you have an illegal shift with Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next thing you know, it's second down and 17. Then you run the ball. But you run the ball on a jet sweep to the left and run out of bounds, and you don't waste but about 6 seconds.
Yeah, crazy.
Like Sean McVay, I know is a smart dude, but I thought that was a poorly coached game. But Matt Stafford, I will say, made some of the most amazing plays I've ever seen. And Kyron Williams, if you drafted him, you feeling a little bit better after about the whole punt thing?
Yeah.
You were right about that, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was thinking that
only one game.
I was thinking Blake Corum was going to come in there and do some stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
You know what I'm mad about is I had Austin Eckler as my keeper, and he's not the starting running back for Washington.
Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, he did not have a good game yesterday.
Washington didn't have a really good game.
No. But I'll tell you what. I thought Daniels looked good.
Well, he looked good running. He
That's
didn't stay
true.
in the pocket. There was a few times where I thought if he could have just stepped up in the pocket instead of just completely abandoned it, he would look a lot better. But Buccaneers, you know who looked good? Is Baker freaking Mayfield.
Sure did.
Baker Mayfield threw 4 touchdown passes.
Wow.
Baker Mayfield, the Browns threw him away, and they went and got Deshaun Watson. Who you taking, Baker Mayfield or Deshaun?
Baker.
All day, every day?
Except for Thursdays.
Do you know Angel Reese is?
Of course, John. May or may not be dating Jalen Duren.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that? That's like the...
Like Memphis's?
Yeah, that's like
now with
a
Detroit's
rumor
now?
Yeah, that's a rumor that's been going around that they're dating each
Man,
other.
I feel like he's definitely. I think he could definitely do better.
Think so?
Bro, what's the girl that I love so much for the Phoenix team?
Cunningham? Is that her last
Cunningham,
name?
yeah. Like honestly, if I'm dating a WNBA player, it's definitely her.
Well, maybe he feels weird because his teammate Cade Cunningham, just kind of.
No way. But yeah, Angel Reese. The reason I mentioned it is because I guess she was hanging out with her boyfriend because she suffered a wrist injury. And she's gonna be out for the season. And I bet she is dating Jalen Duren. That's how her wrist got hurt.
All right. I don't like this story. How it took a turn, and I feel responsible for it.
Well, no, you're the one that I didn't realize why she hurt her wrist.
Yeah, that's why I said I feel responsible for it. I feel like this is my fault.
Steve McNair. You know who Aaron McNair is?
Of course.
Have you watched the Netflix
I've
documentary
not.
series?
Have
oh
you?
my
Have
God!
you seen
Of
it?
course. Do
Is
you
it
have to
good?
understand? Like those years when the Titans came to Memphis or the Oilers came to Memphis, Of course, they weren't here long, and then they went to Nashville.
Right.
I was all up in them games. And then guess what? For like 3 years, I went to every single Titans game because
They were in Nashville?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Me
wow.
and my buddies, we would get off work at 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. We would just load the cooler, head straight to Nashville, tailgate party, and that was one of the craziest, greatest seasons I've ever seen in my entire life. It was awesome. Do you not remember how close they came against Marshall Faulk, Cortez Kennedy, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt? I mean, that Rams team was awesome. I mean, those were some great times to be a Titans fan. And then he got murdered,
Yep.
Murder was the case that they gave me. Now they're saying that they need, after this Netflix docuseries, the cops have come out there and said after 15 years, they're thinking about reopening the murder case.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And if you watch it, I have to agree 100%. Like, there's just too many things that don't make any sense at all. But there is a moral of the story. So did you know that they were together, right?
Uh-huh.
And then she got a DUI.
Okay.
Driving, like he was in the passenger's car, gets a DUI. She gets arrested.
Okay.
He, of course, has somebody come pick him up.
Okay.
Then he kind of starts ghosting her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, like this young lady and him are murdered in this house. And you're like, oh my gosh. And they're thinking it's like a murder-suicide.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, you got to look at the boyfriend that she used to date. The one that she was living with. And by the way, did you know how young she was?
No.
Moral of the story. Young women be crazy, bro.
Oh, okay.
If you got money, you know what I'm saying? I think you say no.
Interesting.
Al Pacino,
No.
Robert De Niro, they never did that.
Wow.
And now look what happened to them. They've got babies at like 85 years old.
Crazy. Still a crazy story.
Could you imagine, like, hey, my dad was Al Pacino. Do you remember him? No, he was dead by the time I was 5.
Everyone's like, no, I've never heard of him.
But I watched his movies. Better actor, Robert De Niro or Al Pacino?
Toss up.
I mean,
Flip a coin.
Dude, it's got to be Al, but De Niro in Heat. Have you ever seen the movie Heat?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Dude, that's the dopest. That's
John-
one of the most bad. If you've never seen Heat, you got to go. It's got Val Kilmer. It's
I
got
love
Al
Val Kilmer.
Pacino. It's got Robert De Niro. And it's cops. It's robbers. And they're going straight at it.
John, I didn't even think about this. When that kid gets to school, right, and he says, my father was Robert De Niro, his friends and
You beat
classmates,
him up and you take his money.
his friends and classmates aren't going to know who Robert De Niro is, and a lot of their parents aren't going to know who Robert De Niro is, because think about it. This kid was just born or whatever, so there's a good chance a lot of, when that kid gets up, a lot of the parents are going to be, in their mid to late 20s, and they're not going to know who Robert De Niro is, a lot of them, because, they didn't watch these movies because they're going to be my age, if not a little bit older than me, or maybe a little bit younger than me. They're gonna not going to know who Robert De Niro is. I barely know who Robert De Niro is. You know what I'm saying?
You know Adam Sandler, though, don't you?
Sure, absolutely.
Did you know he's 58 now?
You're kidding.
Yeah,
Adam
today's his
Sandler's
birthday.
58
years old. I couldn't believe it when I saw it either.
There's no way.
And you know how I like to do
He looks
that.
really good for 58.
For 58, yeah. I mean, you know what? If you were ugly and you still look the same 25 years ago, you're going to think you look great. It's not like he looks any different.
Sure, absolutely.
But it's kind of wild because, I love giving these little things. Congratulations to Adam Sandler. But, dude, you know what happened on this day in 1956?
I have no idea.
Your boy, Elvis Presley.
AP?
Elvis Presley was
Wow.
on the Ed Sullivan
How
Show.
about that?
And he shook his hips.
I didn't know it was the
And that was
Soloversary.
that was the beginning of the end.
How about that? The beginning of the end?
Yeah, because once Elvis started shaking his hips, I'm glad that it happened because now you
Sure.
got Meg Thee Stallion doing the
I see.
twerking thing, and now everybody's shaking their booty.
Sure.
Shake your rump shaker.
Okay.
Shake it like a salt shaker. But if it
Interesting.
wasn't for Elvis, we'd be screwed. Did you know that?
Shout out EP.
In 1956, though, when Elvis went on TV, did you know that bikinis in a lot of places were still outlawed?
I believe it.
That's
That
insanity.
is insane.
always say 2 pieces should be against the law.
Huh. You're a one-piece
No, wait,
guy.
2 piece? No, 1 piece. Yeah,
Okay.
if you have a 1 piece, like turn them into jorts.
I see. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes more sense.
But by the way, dudes, do me a favor. No dude should wear a jorts. Except for one of my buddies who loves jorts, but it's all right. We're taking a quick time out because I'm going to make you some money. But I was thinking to myself, do you need to get away? You need to get away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rough weekend for you?
Yeah, sorry, I was clearing my throat right there.
Getaway Sports Bar at 4632 Winchester Road. It's got televisions galore. If you want to go watch the Jets and the 49ers, I'm telling you right now, they'll probably have it on 10, 15 TVs. They got 6 pool tables. They got Golden Tea, the coldest beer in town, and they're open 24/7, 365 to make sure that life is good for you. So if you just need to sneak away and want to go to the best sports bar, Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester Road. We got to make bets. We got the Jets. We got the 49ers. You got Brock Purdy. You got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers with his 4 MVPs. But, man, let me tell you something. Brock Purdy, that dude goes to Super Bowls and NFC championship games like it's nothing. Who are we betting on? Well, I'll tell you on the other side. Don't touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The best I-dos start with Sissy's Blue. Discover bridal jewelry worthy of your big day at Sissy's Log Cabin, along with our spectacular experience that comes with our promise of exceptional quality, service, and brilliant natural diamonds. Experience our expansive selection when you stop by any of our 6 locations or shop online at sissyslogcabin.com. Find your perfect engagement ring only at Sissy's Log Cabin, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
Summer's heating up, and so are the savings at Choate's. We've got 3 incredible offers to make your season spectacular. First up, our Grill and Chill with Choate's Summer Special. Upgrade your HVAC system and choose between a free Yeti cooler or a Green Egg grill on select systems. Then power through any outage with Choate's generators. Be one of the first 50 customers to buy a generator and score a massive 75-inch TV or an iPad. Also, don't forget about our tankless water heater offer. Purchase a tankless water heater from Choate's and receive a premium toilet free. Don't wait. These offers are too good to last. Turn to the experts with Choate's and call 347-8086 or visit us online today for your free estimate. Now introducing Choate's air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and generators. Choate's, let our family serve your family.
For retro cruiser styling packed with modern innovations, riders of all skill levels choose a Honda Rebel. Incredible motorcycles with a stripped-down style and a full package of features. Both the 300 and the 500 offer compact power inside a lightweight frame. Combined with a low slung seat, the Rebel is easy to start on. And with new colors for this year, they are impossible to ignore. Go to DeSoto Honda to check out the 2023 Honda Rebels. Cruisers with premium style and performance to enjoy every second. Use the street as a racetrack with the law with the orange. I don't think we really need anyone else to help us tell everyone how great Central Barbecue is.
Oh, I don't think we need it either, but I just thought it might be fun to have somebody more famous than us chime in on the best barbecue in Memphis.
Well, did he talk about how Central Barbecue slow smokes its meat for 24 hours to make sure that it's perfectly tender and doesn't need a sauce?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, did he talk about how there are Central Barbecue locations all over town?
No.
Did you write his copy for him?
I didn't want to be insulting.
So what did he say?
Hi, I'm Dave Woloshin, the voice of the Memphis Tigers. I love Central Barbecue, and I vote. Does that work okay?
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Family Leisure is having the world's biggest spa set. It's happening right now. You can save thousands on in-stock hot tubs that are ready to be delivered. Family Leisure has spas that start at just $28.99. You know those cold plunges? You can get one for yourself starting at $39.99. Or how about swim spas? They start at $17,499. Plus, Family Leisure has set up special financing just for this event. Have you been sitting on the fence about an above-ground pool? Get off that fence and get to Family Leisure to take advantage of huge discounts on all their in-stock above-ground pools. And if you need some patio furniture, it's all priced to move out now. It's not too late to have some summer fun, courtesy of Family Leisure. But you better hurry up. The world's
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is time to make us some dead gum money, and I'm in love with the Jets. Yeah, you're going to sit there and say, what? You give me 4.5 points, you give me 3.5 points, you give me the money line. I like the Jets to win the game. Last year, what happened? You had HBO Hard Knocks. Everything was Jets. And then what happened? 4 plays in, Aaron Rodgers goes down. The Jets are terrible. Zach Wilson, bunch of bums try to play quarterback. Life goes bad. But guess what? I don't know if you know that defense for the Jets, they're great on all 3 levels. The 49ers, they have been great for a long time. A team that's been very consistent. The problem is, though, Brandon Ayuk, all the issues. Yes, he's on the team. Yes, he's signed. How ready is he to go? Trent Williams, dude, best left tackle in football. How ready is he? They got the best defense, I think, right now in the NFL, the Jets do. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be the difference. I know it's the 49ers at home. I'm going with the Jets. I'm taking the Jets money line. I'm taking the Jets plus the points. And I'm going under because Brock Purdy is going to get whipped today. I like Run CMC, Debo. I like Kittle. They all cute. But, man, they've been playing in the postseason long, and they've come up so short each time. Well, take the 49ers, and you're going to come up short tonight. You better roll with the Jets. For Bryant Dacus, I'm John Harden. That's my time. Peace.
Make your next grill your last with a Big Green Egg. Smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all with a lifetime warranty. Save money on fuel, eating out, and replacing expensive grills that cannot match the flavor of the Big Green Egg. Ready to cook in only 10 to 15 minutes with temperatures below 200, above 700, and anywhere in between with ease. Change your at-home cooking experience for life. Go to shop.biggreenegg.com.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled, and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com.
We're in the break room at a traditional jewelry store here.
Hey, Mark, I know it's our job here to try and sell every piece of jewelry, but don't sell this ring. I'm going to try to use my employee discount to buy it for my wife.
Okay, but you know you can get a better deal at Genesis Diamonds.
Genesis Diamonds? Are you crazy? They're not like the boss here.
All I'm saying is I got a pair of diamond set earrings there for my wife and paid a lot less than what we charge here, even after my employee discount.
Wow.
You never know who you'll see shopping at Genesis Diamonds. With no middleman pricing on the best selection of diamond rings, earrings, pendants, bands, and bracelets, it's a no-brainer.
I admire your dedication to our jewelry store and not going to Genesis. I know the boss really appreciates your loyalty.
It's just the right thing to do, man.
And it's nice your wife won't mind getting a smaller diamond.
On second thought, can you cover me while I take a break?
Genesis Diamonds, the smart alternative to old-fashioned jewelry shopping. With more selection, lower prices, higher quality, stronger warranties, and zero pressure. At Poplar and Perkins Extended.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square.
fun, friendly, exciting, and comfortable with wall-to-wall TVs for all your favorite games, 24 taps for all your favorite beers, including NA and local craft beers, and an in-front-of-the-wall full bar for all your other favorite beverages, including a full wine list. And in an upscale menu, patio seating, daily specials, and events, and you found all your sports in the one right place. The Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square, Highway 70.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studios, we are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis.
Teammate Calais Campbell, who said he was briefly placed in handcuffs while trying to help de-escalate the situation, did not receive a citation. Giants coach Brian Daboll confirmed Daniel Jones will continue as the team's starting quarterback. Some NFL injury news. Bears coach Matt Eberflus said receiver Rome Odunze is having an MRI on his knee. Reports say Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson is week-to-week with an MCL sprain. NFL media reports Panthers defensive end Derek Brown suffered a meniscus injury. Surgery will determine the exact timeline for recovery. NFL media also says Steelers punter Cameron Johnson is out for the year with a knee injury.
Previously on The Herd.
I said this last year, and I've said it this year. Last year's Chiefs team, that may have been the team to beat. This is a better team than last year. Much faster offensively, much deeper at wide receiver, much more functional at wide receiver.
A new day in The Herd starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
You guys can laugh at me all you want.
This is The Herd.
Oh, yeah.
With Colin Cowherd.
I'm setting the tone.
Best show on radio. This is The Herd.
Broadcasting live from Los Angeles. The Herd with Colin Cowherd starts now.
Oh, it is a Monday, our first NFL season Monday. They're always fun. Live in Los Angeles, it's The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening or watching. Thanks for making us part of your day. 1 hour from now, where Colin was right, a lot of that, and where Colin was wrong, a little bit of that as well. Matt Hasselbeck, Michael Irvin stopped by the show today. Well, I think the Atlanta Falcons are out of my Herd hierarchy top 10. I got to tell you, all of us know you can't overreact. There are some things you look at and you go, wow, that's troubling. And then there's a lot of stuff you look at, like these rookie quarterbacks all struggled. You got to understand that they all struggled. But last night, maybe, I feel strongly about this, J-Mac, it may be a preview of the NFC Championship. I got to tell you, I have two big takes last night. Number one, Detroit got outplayed and outcoached and won. That's okay. That's not Detroit we grew up with. They are not a one-off from last year. They're tough, they're resilient, they're deep, their offensive line's the best in football, and that's a pretty good sign. The Rams dominate the second half with McVay and Stafford, and the Lions won in overtime where the Rams looked exhausted and just ran out of players. Now, the Lions got a little bit cute for me. This is a power run team. You know I like Jared Goff more than everybody else, I think, on the planet. Less Goff, more running. Two really good backs. One's a star. Offensive line's the best in football. I would just run nonstop if I was Detroit and Dan Campbell. So my first take is Detroit would have not only lost this game in previous decades and years, they may have gotten blown out, and they won, and they were outplayed for big chunks of it in the second half, all the second half except overtime, and I think they were outcoached. Here's my second take. That's the best loss I've seen in years for any team. The Rams were missing both their offensive tackles, their best corner, 3 offensive linemen, no Puka Nacua, down 14 at half, Sunday Night Football in Detroit, and Matt Stafford put on a clinic. That's the best quarterback in the NFC. That's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I don't care what list you're doing. He and Cooper Kupp, without Puka Nacua, not a lot of time to throw, backups on the offensive line. They went into the teeth of that defense and just first down, dominated total plays, dominated third down, dominated time of possession, and they were down several of their top players, and it got to overtime, and they ran out of bodies, and they ran out of gas. And Detroit, maybe because they were so fatigued, said, guys, let's not get cute. Let's just run the football over and over and over. And the Lions, this is what they should be doing. 9 out of 10 plays. And you know I'm a Goff fan. This team is built to control the clock. What happened in the second half of Detroit should not happen. run the ball, eat the clock, force teams to get physical, because I don't think many can. So I would not be shocked. This was a great loss by the Rams. They'll never be this unhealthy. I would not be shocked if this isn't the NFC Championship. That's how strongly I feel about it. In fact, I think the Lions got too cute and the Rams ran out of people. But it's week 1. Don't overreact. And here was Dan Campbell, the winning coach, after.
I knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. I did know that.